created this car commercial to find out how the AI space has evolved. And there are some pretty exciting news which I want to show you in a tool called TapNow. And they are also sponsoring this video. It's a beautiful platform where you can use different kind of AI tools all in one project. And together with you, I will go step by step how this car commercial has been scripted with AI, the shots have been planned with AI, the images, videos, etc. Everything AI. And there's some really interesting different AI models, and you really have to know which to use for which purpose. And that's what we're going to do. This is what the project looks like, but it all started with an empty board and just an AI chat, which always is here on the right side. I prompted that I just want to create a supercar commercial, and it guided me through all the steps. In the beginning, it asked me which kind of car, and I told him, and it first created the full concept, which ended up like this: different scenes with different locations. And what I did in the next step was I just prompted a supercar. And TapNow has some beautiful tools which allow you to see the supercar from different perspectives, which is super important for later on. As you can see here, I've created a group with the same car just from 4 different angles. So our next video generation prompts will always know what the car looks like from the back and from the front and from the side. And this will help you to maintain consistent styles of the car throughout all video clips. Next, the AI chat told me, hey, we could now create the different scenes. And I find this approach really interesting because for the different scenes, it actually created one image with 4 panels. So the first scene should be some close-ups. So as an inspiration, it created this 4 panels image. And same for the next scene, a garage door opening and different outdoor locations. Now let's talk about which image models work the best for the different type of use cases. For example, here in the beginning, the AI also automatically created some concept images just to visualize the concept and ideas. And for that, it used Midjourney V7 because these are some photorealistic shots and it's super fast, gives you 4 different varieties automatically. And yeah, it's just a beautiful way to start the concept. It also looks a bit hyper-realistic, right? So we should use this mainly for our own vision, for our own ideas. If you want to stay up to date about AI in filmmaking and content creation, make sure to follow and leave a like if you like videos like this, and I hopefully see you in the next one. When it comes to the image generation of our supercar, I went for different ones. First, I actually still used Midjourney V7 because having a hyper-realistic car is super practical. So I used this for the hypercar itself. But when changing the angles, I realized, okay, using Midjourney V7 doesn't really know how to edit an existing video. And what worked way better with reference images was Nano Banana 2. So I just prompted, change the perspective to the back of the car. So from the front to the back, and it worked perfectly. When it comes to different scenes, it's really important that the details are nice, that the lighting is perfect, and that's why I used Nano Banana Pro. The cool thing is you can decide which resolution, which aspect ratio, and especially how many different images you want. So here you can choose between 1, 2, or 4 images. I just created 1, but if you go for 4, you will have the same options as here in Midjourney V7, and then you can choose your favorite one. And after all the panels have been created, it was time to create a first rough vision as a video. No, I used Kling 3.0 Omni because it's fast, it's not too expensive, and what I love and what's really special about it is you can prompt the different seconds and have multiple cuts in one video. So here it says 0 to 2 seconds, do this. From second 2 to 4, do this. And then from second 4 to 6, do this. And look at this, it worked out pretty well. Right? It's pretty nice. The only problem with Kling 3.0 is right now here it supports just 720p. So it's good for an idea, but it's not good for the final output. By the way, when all these images have been created, the AI chat recommended me, hey, let's do the next step, let's create the videos. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And it was so cool. Like all 6 scenes here have just been started and automatically have been prompted. So the prompts that you see just in a few seconds in here, they all have been AI generated. Now, after the first video with Kling, like the draft has been created, I moved to Veo 3.1. But what I realized is in there we can't prompt 0 to 2 seconds, 2 to 4 seconds. It will just do one continuous shot. And it mixes things up when you tell them to do that. So instead of having 3 scenes in one video, I just created 3 single clips. And just look at all the options that we have in Veo 3.1. We've got the option to switch between reference images, which means we can add multiple images here, or we can go to frames and then we can choose start and end image. But here we can finally choose between 720 FHD and UHD, duration and generate audio. And I was really impressed about the audio generation. I mean, listen to this, for example. It's so cool. That makes editing so much easier. And as you can see, this whole board, that's the most beautiful thing about TapNow. You can generate things just once and reuse them on any future clip. For example, on any of these videos, I had to use the same supercar. So I just dragged this little plus icon onto the video and it automatically added this image as a reference image. And you can even call it. So if you at a specific point want to mention this video, you can just say add, then choose the last image, this one. Then you can say use the car from, just like this. My conclusion is that AI has evolved again. We got more creative support with the AI chat and big boards like this one. It still looks like AI. The final video, of course, you can tell it's AI, right? But it gets better and it's going to become better and better in the future. So I would recommend you to just try tools like this. I have to say, it's cool to have tools like this. And it doesn't really personally affect me. I like to travel the world to film my own stuff. And of course, commercial projects might become easier with AI in the future. But if you're a personal brand or someone who wants to tell stories, real stories, then just go continue, do your thing. Film yourself, travel, film your own projects, film whatever content you create, and don't worry too much about AI. Just try to be up to date and think of how can you use tools like this to improve or enhance your creativity, enhance your workflow speed, and maybe even improve your final videos. Because sooner or later we will have to use tools like this. AI will be able to generate entertaining videos, make our videos even better, and you will have to compete to other people who are using it, who will get better videos through AI. So just hop on the train. As much as you hate or like it, just see it as a tool that enhances your work. See you in the next one. Happy creating.